Hey, this is Jeff from Wunderdog Sports. Welcome to part 6 of my How to Win at Sports Betting video series. In this video, guys, I'm going to talk about what line shopping is and why it's critical to winning. I'll tell you all the different ways that you can shop for the best prices for your bets. And I'll discuss with you how you can find multiple sources of lines and odds. Let's start with a question that may sound a little silly to you. What is your goal for betting sports? There are at least 3 good answers to this question. 1 could be to enhance your enjoyment of the game. Secondly, maybe it's for the thrill or rush it provides. And 3, to win money. Now, while I'm sure you want all 3, what primarily motivates you? Your answer dictates your behavior. If you're gonna do this primarily for entertainment and don't care that much about losing a few bucks here or there, that's fine. We all spend money at times on entertainment, knowing full well we're gonna part with some money to have some fun. I do this when going to the movies or going out to a nice dinner, for example. If this is the main reason you bet on sports, then the rest of this video may not hold a lot of importance to you. Of course, you wanna win, and you enjoy it more when you do, but you may not be motivated to work hard to give yourself the extra edges that are out there. In contrast, if your primary goal is to win money or minimize your losses, then you need to be prepared to do what it takes to give yourself the absolute best chance to accomplish that. In this case, you must do more than make or buy good picks. Now, for sure, that's a key ingredient. You can't win with losing picks, but if you want to win the most you can, you need to do more than just play good picks. You also need to shop for the best lines and odds. Winning at sports betting is too hard to ignore this important aspect of finding an edge. Are you the type of person that always does a lot of comparison shopping, looking for the best price on that new 70-inch TV? Well, if so, then you may be someone that really will value line shopping. Now, there are 2 ways to find value from line shopping when betting on sports. Edge number 1, get the best of the line. Let's look at a hypothetical NFL against the spread bet. Denver Broncos minus 7.5 points as a favorite. Let's say you bet on the Broncos to win this bet and cover that 7.5 point spread. Since the bet has a line of minus 7.5, the Broncos need to win the game by 8 points or more for us to win our bet. If they win by less than 8 points or lose the game outright, then we lose our bet. Let's say we make that bet and the game is decided by 7 points with Denver winning 24-17. We lose our bet by 0.5 point. Major bummer. Now, wouldn't it have been nice to win that same bet instead? Maybe we could have. If we had shopped around and found a better line, for example, Broncos minus 7, then we would not have lost our bet. It would have been a push, meaning the bet is called off and we don't lose our money. Much better. The reality is that if you have multiple places to place bets, then you can shop for a better line and find one enough of the time to make a real difference. This can turn losers into pushes or wins and turn pushes into wins. Over the course of a long season, just a few of these can add up to an extra profit to allow you to double your winnings or cut your losses in half. This tactic alone can turn a losing season into a winning one. Let that sink in. Of course, you won't find a better line every time you're looking, but it happens more often than you would expect. The reason for this is that Sportsbook A may be getting a ton of bets on a certain team and they move the line against them, while Sportsbook B may be getting more even action and keeps the line where it is. Here's an example of the impact of line shopping. Let's say we make 2,000 bets in a year, all at minus 110 odds, meaning we risk 110 to win $100. Let's also assume that without line shopping, we win 1,040 of these 2,000 bets and we lose 960. That's a 52% win rate. In that scenario, we would lose 13.6 units on the year. Not horrible, but a disappointment for sure. Now let's say we make those same 2,000 bets, but in this scenario, we take advantage of line shopping, searching for the best lines for every bet. Let's assume that we're able to now win just 1% more of our bets. We go 1,060 and 940 instead, 53% winners. In this case, we win 23.6 units on the year, a huge success. As a result of line shopping, we go from a losing year to a profitable one with a 24% return, playing the exact same picks. That scenario, guys, is very realistic. Okay, edge number 2, improve your odds. In addition to seeking out better lines, you can also find better odds by shopping multiple sportsbooks. Let's go back to our Broncos example. The odds on that bet, as you recall, were minus 110, meaning we have to risk 110 to win 100. That 10% difference is the house's built-in edge. As you recall, they pay 10% less when you win compared to what you pay them when you win. This may not seem like a lot, but it is. At minus 110 odds, you won't break even at 50% win rate. You must win 52.38% of your bets to break even. That 2.38% is a huge difference and often means the difference between winning and losing. Now, what if we could cut the house edge in half? Would that lead to more winning overall? You bet! Well, you can cut that edge in half by having multiple sports books to shop. Odds vary across sports books often a lot. It's not uncommon to find about a 5 basis point odds advantage through line shopping, and the reason is the same as the line differences. This would mean getting minus 105 instead of minus 110, or plus 115 instead of plus 110. And there are actually sports books out there, guys, that specialize in offering better odds across the board. A couple examples of such reduced juice sports books are 5 Dimes and Pinnacle Sports that often provide minus 105 odds on average. Okay, so let's recap. As demonstrated, we can win more bets by shopping for better lines, even without changing our picks at all. The impact of increasing our win rate by just a few percentage points can turn a losing season into a winning one. We can also cut the bookmaker's edge in half by simply shopping for better odds. By finding an average of 5 basis points of extra value in odds, we can reduce our required break-even win rate from 52.38% to 51.21%. That can essentially double our profit or cut our losses in half. Double your profit in the same season with the same picks? Sign me up! Of course, this sounds great, but you have to understand this is a commitment and requires some work. Remember when I asked you at the beginning of this video what your goal is? Guys, managing, funding, and checking multiple sportsbooks accounts takes some work and discipline. But if winning the most money possible is your primary goal, it is a must. The impact of this is simply too large to ignore. If you would like help identifying trusted online sportsbooks, including the best reduced juice options, hit me or my customer support staff up and we can share with you what we've learned over the past few decades and which ones I would recommend to a friend. We also have some special deals with them that can get you some good bonuses. Okay, now that you understand the value of line shopping, you are ready for the next video in this series in which I'm going to take a deep dive into the concept of variance. See you soon.